This week on Tasmanian Takeover, can we beat the one team with an injury list bigger than ours? This is the Ants Nest. March on, Jackies.
These JackJumpers, they just never say die.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ants Nest, the number one fan podcast for the JackJumpers basketball team. And we are here to preview our big game against the Brisbane Bullets. This game will be raising money for the She Foundation, raising money for gynecological cancer. Really, really good initiative by the JackJumpers, and we do it every year. The jerseys always look amazing. So if you're about, get along to the game against the Brisbane Bullets. We're here to talk about some basketball, and I can't do it alone. So I have brought along my good friend, Freddy. Freddy, how you going, mate?
Very, very well, JD. As you can see, I've upgraded just slightly so the lovely viewers on YouTube can see my beautiful face and probably hear these beautiful tones that I've got going on. So,
mate, the backdrop is looking Mickey Mouse. It's gotten a bit dark. We were talking before the show, but I could see the lovely hills of Cayuta in the background.
Geez, don't give away where I live, man.
all the hillbillies wandering about in the at the hill.
Yeah, well, if I give any more Scott Roth bad feedback, he'd probably be up here after me.
I've heard he had the search party out looking for you after those comments you made about him a couple of weeks ago before we've turned our form around, and we are knocking down the door of playoffs. I think I saw somewhere this week that really we only need one more win. Ideally, we'd like two more wins from the last three games to secure our spot. And I reckon Melbourne United would be very, very worried about playing us in playoffs. What do you reckon, mate?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I've just told you a line there. Absolutely. Yeah, I reckon Melbourne. I've seen some reports and even Ben Air saying a little chippy Ben Air quote. He said, "Oh, you don't want to be playing the JackJumpers when it comes to knockouts." Like he's still chipping away even though he's not playing. And I love that. Good on you, Benny, for that. And and I actually do think that Melbourne United will be sweating on us not to make it. They really would, because we're a matchup problem for them, and we do really well against them, and it doesn't really matter too much on who we have on our team at the time. We just seem to band together and just, give Melbourne a bloody great big headache, and I love that.
100%. Now, we've got to win a couple of games first, and we are blessed by the draw a bit. That horrible, hideous draw we've had all season where we've been smacked around from pillar to post has finally opened up and given us a few rest days in a row. We've only got 3 games in the next 3 weeks. And the next one is against the Brisbane Bullets. And I thought that we had the worst injury list in the league until I saw what Brisbane are going through. They're currently last on the ladder with just 6 wins, 23 losses. Have a listen to this injury list. Javon Freeman-Liberty is out with a hamstring. Casey Prather is out with a knee. Lamar Patterson out with a hamstring. Dakota Matthias out with a shoulder. Ex-JackJumper Sam McDaniel is out with a calf. Tyrell Harrison is out with a concussion. Terry Taylor got suspended for putting a Adelaide 36er in a headlock. And Jalen Adams got sacked. At this stage, it's going to be the JackJumpers versus the Brisbane coaching staff. Honestly, if you've got courtside seats at MyState Bank Arena this week, take your running shoes, because you might get to pull on the blue and gold of the Brisbane Bullets and get a few minutes. That's horrific.
I really did think our list was decimated, but Brisbane have been absolutely smacked. I mean, how much bad luck can you have in a side? There's some bloody good players in that too. You've got Harrison, that big centre, Taro Harrison.
Yep.
Harrison. He played really well against us last game. I watched the run back because it was so long ago since we played him, but he bullied us. He bullied Magnay. Like, Magnay's huge. Tyrell is bigger. Like, he's 7 foot or something. He's a big dude. He was just making it look easy, and he can shoot the 3 ball. Like, he does step out and shoot threes. So he's a bloody big loss for them. It's just as big of a loss for them, losing him than us losing Magnay. Like, it's just a massive loss. And like, Adams, like, he's such a good player, and he just didn't want to play. It seemed like I don't know if he didn't like anyone, or he's a bloody good basketballer, and I just don't know what happened to him. And he's gone, and then you've got all the injuries and the suspensions. I mean, wow! Like, no wonder they sort of had a brawl. Like, they're all pissed off, and with all good reason.
It can't be a very fun place to rock up to work at the moment, the old Brisbane Entertainment Centre. But you've got to push on, and the Jack Jumpers are a testament to how, when faced with adversity, you can pull out these sorts of performances. I know we've only had the one win in a row after 3 losses, but the fight and the grit and the passion that we are showing at the moment is the Brisbane should be watching what we are doing without blowing our own trumpet, I reckon.
I think they've gone through a fair whack of coaching staff and off court problems as well. Like, that's a club that's in a bit of trouble at the moment, and like, you don't really want to see that, to be honest. I mean, we're here having a joke and that, and it's only just a bit of banter and a bit of play, but you don't want to see a club in the NBL struggling as much as what Brisbane are at the moment. And what I say to that is that I hope they bounce back and next year, and put on a good show and get a few wins on the board, and definitely don't win this week, please.
It's you make a really good point, and it's really important that the smaller boutique style clubs like Brisbane and Cairns and Tassie show the league that this is not a 3-club town. It's not all Bullets it's not all United Kings and Wildcats. Really good point. We hope Brisbane can bounce back, but we hope that they bounce back next week after they've played the Jackies. Last time we played was, can you believe this, Fred, was the 8th of November at MyState Bank Arena. It's been exactly 3 months since we've played against the Brisbane Bullets. And it was actually one of their 6 wins. Jack Jumpers went down 81-83. And that was smack bang in the middle of our 7-game losing streak. Best player on the court was Nick Marshall with 18 points, 9 rebounds. Josh Bannan had a solid game with 18 points and 11 rebounds. Bryce Hamilton, the 16 points. And this is what's scary for Brisbane, they really only had 2 players on the day. Casey Prather hit 28 points and 8 rebounds, and Tyrell Harrison with the 21 points and 9 rebounds. And no one else had double figures for the Bullets in that game. What do you remember from this game, Fred, if you can remember it at all?
You know what? I'm going to have to be brutally honest. I had to look up the short clip on KO to remind me of what happened. But the glaring thing that I did notice is that both these teams are going to be completely bloody different to what they were back then. Like, we've got DJ now. We didn't have him back then. We had Hamilton up and about. Ben Air actually got 14 points. You failed to mention, mate. Our chippy guy got 14 points. He did play really well. From the little bits that I saw, Scott Roth and his crew put out that small lineup we talked about last week, where it had Ben Air and Tiger in the backcourt, and that's just to throw a bit of speed around, I think. And that really worked. It looked like it really worked because we came back from 12 points down. It was an interesting game. Like I said, that Tyrell Harris, he bullied Magnay. Magnay barely touched it, and then you had Pathra, is that it? Prather, sorry. Prather played a bloody good game. Like he was like carving us up. It looked like he was just getting to the basket so easy. And it's just a totally different game. It's going to be a really different game. It's going to be interesting to see how basically the Brisbane B team plays against the JackJumpers B+ team. Like that's pretty much is what it is. But the one thing that Jackies have got going for them is that we've got a couple of very solid players in DJ and Bannan. So, I think just those two players is a massive leg up for us, and that they're going to have a lot of troubles containing them, and especially the way DJ is playing as well. He's just been going cocoa bananas, which is absolutely awesome to see.
I think you're exactly right. I'm just pulling up the last Brisbane game that they played as we speak, because I would love to know who is getting minutes on that team, because that injury list is just so vast. You would think that, and if they've run into the same problems as we are having, where it's too late in the season to implement any injury replacements, I just wonder who is actually suiting up, and whether they need to give our mate Josh Adams from last season a call to put the blue back on. While that's loading, let's have a chat about the players that we've got our eye on this week. And I'm going a bit different this week. I think this is probably the first call out this guy has had for the season, but he is 100% one of my favourites. I am watching the People's Mullet, Archie Woodhill, this week. He stopped and had a selfie with me at the Wildcat, not the Wildcats game, the Hoops Fest game the other week. And honestly, Archie just loves it. He gets in and about the fans, and he's just having a wild time while not getting much minutes up until this point, because the last couple of games, Archie is getting more and more minutes, and I don't think he looks overwhelmed at all. He looks very, very good defensively. He's a bit of a brick wall on the defense. But one thing I would like to see a little bit more of is his work in attack. I would love to see him become a danger in the paint, or at least in the key. I think this is his opportunity this game with the injury list that Brisbane have got. I think Archie could really announce himself as a genuine big for the JackJumpers, and I'm putting the challenge out to Archie this week, and calling for an 8 to 12 point game from the People's Mullet. That's what I want to see. And if he can do that, I think it'll go a long way to us winning the game, and really give Archie a really good leg up coming into next season.
Yeah, you know what? It's not. I did laugh at you when you said that, but I actually tend to agree with that a little bit. They're going to have to manage everyone's minutes these next couple of weeks, and the workload. So when Majuk and Bannan goes off, I hope that he actually gets a few minutes, and he's a bit of an Energizer bunny, really. He does go pretty hard when he's out there. He plays hard when he gets out there. You can see he loves the game, obviously, and yeah, you know what? That's a pretty good one. I like that. I like it a lot.
Who who have you got your eye on this week, mate?
I've got my eye on Bannan. Even though he's established himself as a really good leader, he's a great leader. He's excellent on the rebounds, and he's really stepped up. I've said it a billion times. He's stepped up. He stepped up well. He's a really good player. When he gets in that post there and posts them up, and he throws that little lefty hook there. Oh, as we speak, bang, just like that. That's good timing. But yeah, he's got that little sneaky lefty hook, and it's quite funny that people don't expect it from him. But he's a left-hander. I just don't get it. Like, he just keeps getting away with it. There we go again, the little lefty little hook there. But he's been unbelievable, and I really hope he plays well. I hope he does what he's been doing. I hope that he actually doesn't play as much as the last couple of weeks. That might sound a bit silly, but I really hope that they've managed his minutes well this week, and we sort of get on top of Brisbane pretty quickly, and they can sort of a bit and play him 25 minutes. 25 minutes is perfect. It's less of a chance to get him injured and to keep him out there for any longer when not necessary would be a bit of a risk. But if he's willing to play, let him play. But he's been excellent. I really have enjoyed the way he plays.
Absolutely. I think getting him off is half the challenge, because he
seems like he wants to play on there.
He just wants to play. I think he just loves the game, and he sets such high standards for himself that I think he's really relishing this opportunity without Will Magnay in the side to be the guy. And while his numbers haven't been as high as they potentially were when we had our rough patch back earlier in the season, he has definitely stood up from let's say a quiet month around the Christmas period. And it's funny how often, Fred, these players do step up after they get a mention on the Ants Nest, because it's uncanny how often it happens that we'll just put it out there. Come on, we expect a little bit more, and the boys listen, and then they come right. Because
who knows? They probably subscribe to us and listen every time. As soon as that notification pops up, they're onto us, I reckon.
Honestly, I reckon they have a team meeting every week, and Scott Roth brings out the cassette player, and he presses play, and he's recorded the Ants Nest, so they can listen to us two nuffies pretend like we know what we're talking about.
He probably says, "Listen to these idiots. Do you want these idiots to be right? Prove them wrong."
100%. All right, let's move on now to our Who Needs to Lift section. Mate, who have you got? Who are you putting the call out to this week?
You know what? Like, they don't really all need to lift, and that's the honest truth. I'm not saying that just to, pander to anyone who listens to this, the guys that listen and tape recorder, all that stuff. But I think Nick the Air Marshal, or Nick the Court Marshal, or Nick the whatever Marshal you want to call him, like 60,000 nicknames. He's I think when he played, who did he play against in Sydney? We played against Sydney. He had a bit of a
Kendrick.
Yeah, he was against Kendrick, and he sort of, I don't know if he got a bit rattled from him or not. But the two games after, he played some quality opposition. You got Jack McVeigh, and then you've got it's just a tough task for him. Defensively, I hope he plays better, but offensively, he's been absolutely great. When we needed a bucket, he's come in and got us those buckets, which is fantastic. So it's not really a lift. It's just, I hope he plays well again and gets his defensive mojo back. Well, he's been playing pretty good D as well. He's just been playing some bloody good opposition, hasn't he? But yeah, it's not a lift. It's just a pat on the butt, pat on the bum, say, let's go.
A couple of down games against, like you said, arguably the two of the top three players in the competition.
Absolutely.
And I think I think the shackles might be off a little bit more against the Bullets. Really, the only player who's looked dangerous for the Bullets in the last few weeks is Hunter Maldonado, who was the mid-season pickup they got from Southeast Melbourne. Posted a 20 last game. Tane Murray and Mitch Norton were the other two scorers with 14 and 12. So I think Maldonado would be a good matchup for Nick, but also I hope Scott Roth goes, do you know what, Nick? Let's see 8 to 10 3-point shots from you this game. Just let it fly, because more often than not they go in. He's very, very good from. He's my new favorite player. I think the court marshal, the air marshal. He's been such a good addition. The only thing really, and I hope he's not listening to this, but the only thing really that I would like to see him improve is his performances in the post-match conferences, the presses. Give us a little bit more, Nick. We want to see some personality when you answer some journalist questions. That's the only thing I can fault him on this season. Otherwise, he's been a fantastic pickup. Okay, my who needs to lift this week, and I'm going along the same lines as you, Fred. I'm going to say bloody no one. We have been completely decimated by injuries. We are down 3 of our starters in Bryce, in Ben Air, and in Magnay. And we keep showing up and we keep playing Jackie's basketball and we just keep doing what we're doing. And honestly, it's so hard for me to say someone needs to lift when we are facing so much adversity at the moment, but we keep showing up and we arguably are playing the best basketball that we've played all season. Just to name a few, the players who have stepped up, DJ is honestly one of the best players in the competition right now. Bannan, Tiger, the Doctor is back and has made such a difference to the side from a leadership point of view. Archie, Stoddart, and even Brody Nunn has been playing some really good minutes. So, yeah, I'm going to give the boys a week off from a call out this week.
So you made me the bad guy. Thanks for that, mate.
You're the bad guy, absolutely. You'll have Scott Roth and Nick Marshall knocking on your door now that they know where you live. Thoughts on that, mate?
No, like I said, no one really needs to step up. I mean, I think you just threw me in the fire deliberately. So I'm going to take that as just because I've got a new microphone and camera piss take, I think. But yeah, they're all heart, man. Like us as Tasmanians, I think we've always got that. Just because we're smaller doesn't mean we can do big things. You know what I mean? That's the sort of
100%.
We just got that. We don't take any bullshit and we'll have a crack at anything mentality, and that's what Scott's brought to the Jackies from the start, and he is soaked in the Tasmanian mantra, the unspoken mantra, as I'd like to say. But it's just the guys are doing so good. I'm bloody proud of them. Like, you couldn't ask for anything more. Like, if anyone was criticizing him in the media and that, like, they can just piss off as far as I'm concerned. Or they can come to my house and see me if they want. I'll be waiting.
Take them down the men's shed, sort them out.
Nah, probably wouldn't be back from a good drinking session. That's another thing.
Who have you got winning this one, Fred?
We're going to win it. I mean, all arrows point up for us. Something bloody disastrous has to happen for us to lose this. But you know, if we did happen to lose, I could just imagine the bloody headlines the next day or that night. You know, they're just gonna write us off again and say, oh well, they probably will make the play in and they'll get bumped out first round. Like, Scott won't have that.
No,
and the players won't let that happen. And
no.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this game. It's probably not going to be the prettiest game in the world, to be honest and fair. But what we'll see is the grit and grind that Scott keeps ramming home for everyone to hear about. And we'll get over the top of it. Can I mention something else too? I heard Scott on SEN the other day, and he's such a humble dude. Like, text messages fly into that radio station, and you know, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he loves this place. He loves Tasmania. And I will, you know, stand on that hill and die on that hill saying that for him, because he's such an amazing dude. And I hope that one day, you know, if we ever get to that stage, we should build a huge gold statue out front of MyBank Arena, MyState Bank Arena. He is such a wonderful dude. I haven't met him in my life, and I just think he's an absolute legend of a person. He's everything that we want in a person for our state and for our club. You know, he's even on board the Devils, which is pretty cool too. So
it's what he has done for the state of Tasmania, I don't think can be put into words. He's a behemoth, and we hope he's back next season. I think he's contracted for next season, isn't he? But what he has done for the state, we'll be forever grateful. And like I've said before, there needs to be a bronze statue in every town of Scott Roth, at every roundabout, a gold one. All right, Fred, that is about. We got 27 minutes out of this episode. That is about all we've got time for.
We'll try for 15 minutes, will we?
Yeah, we
See, we talk about the Jackies because we love them. And by
Absolutely.
the way, if you get a chance to donate to that wonderful cause, please do it. I know I'll put a few bucks in, and I know everyone might be struggling a little bit, but you know, $5-10 makes a difference to charities like this. And you know, let's go Teal Day, eh?
Absolutely. Well said. If this 27 minutes hasn't been enough for you, you can always go back and listen to our review episode on New Zealand. Plus, stay tuned, because if you are a fan of the Devils VFL team coming up, we are releasing the Devil's Den in the next couple of weeks. We haven't got a launch date yet, but it will be very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. All you need to do is subscribe to the Tasmanian Takeover YouTube page, and you'll also get the Devil's Den as well as the Ants Nest. And that's going to be me and Fred talking about our one true love, which is Aussie rules football. We follow basketball, so we have something to do in the summer, but really Aussie rules is where our heart lies. So, anything else you wanted to say before we go, Fred?
No, it's been a pleasure again, mate, and I hope I sound clear and look absolutely ugly on this new camera.
Yeah. I don't know about the HD quality of this new camera, mate. We can see you a little bit too clearly.
Oh no, that sucks. Jeez, I'm old.
All right. Well, thank you, listener, for listening, and as always, march on, Jackies.